The hearing will come to order, please. Good morning, Judge Bork, and welcome back.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
So without any further, does the ranking member have any comment he wishes to make?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have any comment. I think we can just move along as fast as we can.
All right. I yield to the senator from Ohio, Senator Metzenbaum.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Morning, Judge
Morning,
Bork.
Senator.
Judge Bork, I want to ask you some questions about your decision to fire Special Prosecutor Archibald Cox. President Nixon first asked Attorney General Richardson to fire Cox, but as we know, Richardson refused and resigned. Deputy Attorney General Ruckelshaus also resigned, but you agreed to stay on and fire Mr. Cox. The regulation in effect, when you fired Mr. Cox, flatly prohibited firing him unless he engaged in extraordinary improprieties, which he clearly did not. That regulation had the force and effect of law. Under these circumstances, your firing of Mr. Cox was a violation of the law, was it not?
No, I don't think it was, Senator.
The court said it was. The court in Nader against Bork stated, the firing of Archibald Cox in the absence of a finding of extraordinary impropriety was in clear violation of an existing Justice Department regulation having the force of law and was therefore illegal. So when you say it wasn't, you're saying that the court's decision meant nothing.
I didn't say it meant nothing. I think it's wrong, Senator, and I'll be glad to explain why I think so.
You have argued that the regulation prohibiting the firing of Mr. Cox was a technicality, but the court which reviewed the matter found that you, quote, abolished the office of Watergate prosecutor on October 23rd and reinstated it less than 3 weeks later, October 20.
Senator, I think there's more in there on that subject, isn't there? Somebody asked me if I had contemplated a new special prosecutor, and I said the thought crossed my mind. The thought has crossed my mind.
That may very well be the case, and I won't challenge it. If you say that you said it, I won't take issue with you.
To what I said to Mr. Coleman, I think those are his notes of the conversation. I do not know what words I used. I have never tried to convey the impression that I started searching for a special prosecutor instantaneously. Saturday night and Sunday, I was not searching for a special prosecutor. By Tuesday, I was thinking about it. Whether I thought about it Monday or I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge. Senator Grassley from Iowa.
First of all, I don't know whether it makes much difference if you've read the forgotten Ninth Amendment or not, because it was written in 1954 and a lot's developed in the meantime anyway.
I was just curious. It was not an accusation. Calm down. just a question.
First of all, I want to, Judge Bork, congratulate you on your openness to answering questions. And of course, as a judge, you have to decide between two views all the time. I'm wondering if I can hear your view on what Article 2, Section 3 means.
Well, I think to begin with, the obvious meaning is that you can judge a candidate's intelligence, temperament, integrity, so forth. I think, given the nature of the structure of the nominating process and the confirmation process and the structure of the bodies involved, the Senate should assure itself that the candidate's judicial philosophy is a respectable one and one that is allowable on the bench in the United States.
Thank you very much. Senator Specter.
Mr. Chairman. Judge Bork, I had intended to move right into the issue of liberties and freedoms, due process, and equal protection, but you have moved to quote where the Supreme Court currently is, unquote.
On First Amendment law, not on the important part of that article, from my point of view, is the first half, which argues that judges must stick to intention, what the framers intended. The second half is a an attempt to apply the idea of neutral principles in a rather cosmic and artificial fashion to some First Amendment problems. On the First Amendment,
Thank you very much.
all right.
We can
Yeah.
do that. And lastly, have you had an opportunity, you said you heard of no arguments about the Ninth Amendment that would lead you to believe it has some applicability along the lines of being discussed, and you cite the Virginia article. Have you read Patterson's Forgotten Ninth Amendment?
No. The Ninth Amendment has never
I'm
been
just
at the center
curious.
of my concerns. Yeah.
I'm not suggesting you should have. I just want to know if you had, because I won't question you on it if you haven't read
And
it.
the Supreme Court has never relied upon the Ninth Amendment.
Well, we can talk about that. With that, the hearing is adjourned tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.